Chamonix All Year are celebrating their 20th anniversary in 2023. They want their clients to have the very best ski holiday this winter in Chamonix. So they've asked me, Neil, from the Clinic du Sport, to share some of our SkiFit knowledge and our SkiFit programs to help you have the very best holiday ever. Remember to check out all our social channels and to keep an eye out for events coming up later in the year. If you like the program and you want to see more, please feel free to check out the full program. The details are right here. So with that said, shall we have a workout? So it's warm-up time. Let's get going then. We're going to use the good old air squat just to get the legs warmed up and to get the heart rate up a little bit. Now, as I'm doing this, we're going to make this specific to skiing. So my feet are facing forwards and I'm working there not much more than I would normally have my skis in terms of width, okay? The more we can practice this, the better. If, however, you find this uncomfortable on hips or knees or ankles, you can always open the stance up a little bit and work there, okay? But ideally, we're going to be working with the knees nice and straight, feet straight, and going up and down with everything nicely aligned up there. Okay, so we're going to get the heat into the body, get the muscles working a little bit. And once we're ready though, we can shake the legs out. We're going to bring the knee up and out to the side. Knee up and out to the side. Now all these exercises I'm doing here, you can actually do when you put your skis on, okay? Before you put that, you can have your boots. Use the weight of those, help with the warm-up process, okay? You know, they're very easy to do. You might not be obvious to do them on the piste, but actually it will help with your day skiing. We can roll the hip over as well here, okay? Especially on day 2 or 3, you've had a couple of skis in the legs, they're going to be a little bit heavier. So just to warm things up will actually help reduce some of that injury risk. Okay, so that feels good there. Nice. We're going to do a couple of easy leg swings. So you can imagine you've got your ski poles and you're just swinging the leg forwards and backwards just to open up through all those muscles. If you do see people warming up, this is the one you normally see, especially the ski races, they do loads of these. Okay, so there's one side, have a go with the other. There we go. And so if you practice even just to warm up a few times, you'll know what to do when you're out there. Okay, so again, you're trying to keep a nice upright body. When you swing the leg, you're not coming down. Okay, you should be feeling good through there. Right, something glutes. So we're coming up, nice stretch through there. Come up, lift the leg, get stable and have a good stretch. You should feel this one around the back here. Okay, so we lift up, have a little stretch. One more for the other side. There we go. Now, one more we're going to do that looks a bit like the leg swing, but instead of the leg being swung, we're actually going to move the upper body. And this is going to be exceptionally good for getting through the hamstring and all down the back of the body. So you start in a little bit of balance. You're going to lean forwards, try lifting up behind and come back up. Okay, we're just going to do a few of these. So again, coming down, have a little pause and come up. Same again, there he is, we're down, little pause and back up. Same thing for the other side. So coming from there, again down and back up. This is the first of these exercises you can really quickly see if you have a difference from leg to leg. If one's much more stable, you've better balance on one leg, you know, you can practice these and get better and try and get them back to symmetry. There we go. Okay, so we've got heart rate up a little bit, we've done a little bit of movement to get the muscles and joints warmed up and moving. You should be ready for skiing. Or for us to do a little bit of core, which is also a really important part of skiing. So we're going to get down onto the ground here. We're onto backs into here. I'm going to pop arms up into the air. The legs are through here. And the idea here is to use the deep core muscles here, that when I'm moving arms and legs, the back position doesn't change, okay? We're not going to allow it to lift up through to there or be pushed right down into here. So we're in position and we're just going to go nice and long through there and back up. Nice and long and back up. So we're just going to do a few of these. The idea is to keep the tension going. So even if you don't want to move the arms and legs or you feel the back start to lift up, just try and keep this position and you'll be working all these key muscles. There we go. So a few more here. If you're really keen, you can try doing both at the same time. It requires much more strength. So if you feel anything in the back or you feel things losing control, you're lifting off, these ones aren't for you yet. Practice the other ones first. Okay, so we're going to go from there. We're going to come back up And we're going to be essentially in the same position as I was on my back. So the arms are forwards, knees are into there. But instead of doing the movement on the back, we just do it on the front. And it's the same idea. We're trying to keep the tummy lifted, the back nice and flat, as I then move one arm up to a hold and back down. Same thing for the other one. Up to a little hold and back. One more for each arm. Good. There we go. And then we can try the same thing for the legs. So again, you're pushing the leg back to there. You're avoiding losing control at the back. So you keep the core switched on. Same thing for the other leg. Back he goes. Okay. We're doing 2 on each side here. So there's one more there. And one more for the other one. Good. Okay. A couple of combination ones here. Opposite arm and leg. So stay long in through there. We'll come down. And then the other side. Long through the body. Again, keeping the core switched on stops you from collapsing. Nice and long there. And then we have a last one for the other side. Okay. Now then, for one of the most important muscle groups for skiing, your butt muscles, okay? Good skiers, I'm afraid, have big butts because they're strong and they need that muscle to help create force to ski well, but also to prevent injury at knees, okay? So what we're going to do here, nice and simple, we're onto side, okay? And we're going to lift up as if we're doing a straightforward side plank in this position. However, this time, you just straighten the leg out. And suddenly from just being an abdominal exercise, now we've got this hip working to stop this collapse. If you imagine when you're skiing, running, doing any activity, you want to be able to keep the body nicely aligned, okay? So this is the key thing. Once you get comfortable here, we can start to do a few little leg shakes, okay? The body should stay nice and straight. If the leg's moving and your body's moving around, you haven't got enough control to do this, so just hold the steady position, okay? So we can work there. If you're very strong here, you could take a water bottle and do a few little shakes in front of the body, okay? A few little shakes here, a couple of little shakes with the leg, okay? As if we're working through these ones. This is all about being stable through this side of the body. We've done a good job there. Let's go to the other side. Okay, so we're into our side position here, which is going to lift up and have a go doing the same thing. So there's the leg out to the side. When you look down, everything's in a straight line. You're not sitting back, we're not rotating forwards, just nice and straight. It should look simple, okay? So we can do a few of the legs and a few with the arms, okay? Remember, you've got your bottle if you want it. There we go. When you get used to doing these, you can do lots of them, but at the beginning, I promise you, all these muscles are really going to ache the next morning, okay? So just be careful as you load them up, okay? Good, nice one. So last couple there, last with the hand, and then you can lower down, okay? All right then, so we've done the warm up, we've done some work for core. We can now have a look at the actual exercise, strength, endurance component. Now, when you ski, we know you tend to ski for about 45 seconds. So to get strong for 45 seconds is the best way of helping enjoy that skiing and also to be better protected. So the first exercise we're going to do, again, it's just nice straightforward squats, okay? So when we were doing these, we can just link them together. We'll go around the circuit once, and if you want to repeat this, you just rewind and you can go through several times. So the squats, we're going to go nice and deep down into the movement and back up. Again, we're still putting our feet in the correct positions. So we're down and back up. Try and get a nice little rhythm going here. If you can watch in a mirror, you'll find that'll make this all the better for you, okay? If you see yourself moving to one side, you know you can correct, okay? Good, there's 8 of those. Now, we're going to go to our specific ski lunge here. So we're going from the side here, down and compress, to a pause. Move across to the other side and pause. And what I'm doing here is just moving perfectly laterally. If you've got a zip down the front, imagine that zip doesn't move and wobble at all. It's just going straight side to side. Okay, so you look a bit like a downhill skier in this position, but obviously with one leg to the side. And what that means is you have to use that leg properly. Good. So again, we're just doing these 8s from side to side. Nice. Okay, we're on to our next exercise. We've got our heel toe. Again, single leg, you find out even more which one leg does. So from here, you're reaching forwards with the heel, toe touch, You reach up behind and toe touch behind there. Reach forwards for the heel and back up. Come behind to a touch there. Now these ones, because you're doing an extra one there and one there, they actually count double. Okay, so we do the heel forwards, there. Final one behind, good. There's your first half done. Same thing for the other side here. So we're going forwards on the heel and back on the toe. Forwards to the heel and back to the toe. We don't rush through, okay? Halfway. Heel there and toe at the back. Good. Last one all the way through. There's the heel and there's the toe at the back. Nice. You can shake the legs off. We've got one more exercise on the circuit, the good old lunges, okay? Really specific for skiing. You know, when you lean into it, it's the same as going into a good turn. And these are things you can't practice unless you're walking downstairs. We don't use the legs like this. So we're going to come in and push back. We're in and push back. Okay, good. Get a nice little rhythm going. And we're going to do 8 on each leg. Okay, good. So we're halfway now. Again, you want to make sure you push back nice and strongly off that front leg. Push back, good. Nice, keep that same little rhythm going. We've got 2 to go. There, and last one for each side. There we go. Nice. So there's the circuit, 4 exercises. You can rewind and do them again. Once you know them, you can set them up and go on your own. Okay, so we now have the final component of the workout. Skiing wouldn't be there without balance. Okay, so we're going to use our compass point exercise. It's about being on one foot, bending forward, side to side. You'll see how it works. So there's our start position, reference point. We're going to reach forwards. There, if you can get all the way down to the ground, that's great. And then you come back up. We're going forwards again and back up. Out to the side. A little bit of balance variation. Okay. Same thing for the other hand. So you have to cross to get to this point. Okay. Then we're off to the other side. And back up. And then down again with the other hand there. Nice. We're going behind the foot to the inside and back up. Same thing for the other one. All the way there, all the way back up. And whatever happens, you take your time each section to finish in balance. Okay? Shake them off. Same thing for the other side here. So from here, reaching forwards, we know the routine now. We're going there. And again, we're basically working our way around the compass points. So you can cross right over and back up. Again, cross down. There we go. For the other side. And back up. Coming down with the other hand. Nice, we've got the last 2 points to touch. There's the first hand. We're back up. Last time. There we go, all the way through and back up. And finishing, as I said, even if you have to work for it, in balance. Great stuff, guys. So there is a nice little ski fit workout to get your legs ready for skiing here in Chamonix this winter. I really hope you ever go through. If you'd like to do a bit more fitness work, do remember we have our full program. The details are here. So I hope you have a great holiday and I look forward to seeing you on the slopes and not in our clinic here. Bye for now.